All right, you guys, welcome. Hey, I wanted to shoot a quick video. I have a lot of new clients that we talked to about setting up QuickBooks Online as we get closer to year end. So once you've gone in and you've purchased your QuickBooks account, then we have certain tabs over here on the left that help us get to where we're going. Where you're always going to want to start is with your chart of accounts. You're always going to want to make sure that you get this customized. There's a lot of videos out there that can help you inside of QuickBooks that can help you customize it. But for simplicity, we won't go too much into this on this video. What I really wanted to show you is inside our chart accounts, we have two bank account ones. Right here, we have a checking and a savings. And so inside each of these, you have a register that you can go in and you can type the data. When I first started out doing QuickBooks, I had to go in and type every transaction in here. So you have your date, your reference, your payee, memo, payment, deposit. This is going to be your reconciliation column, and then your balance over here. And so it was very time consuming having to go in and type in your date, have to type in your payee, your payment, your deposit, and all that. So now what you can do inside of QuickBooks Online that makes it super easy, you go to the bank transaction and you can actually add your accounts. So you can come over here and manage connections. But what you want to do is get your bank accounts set up inside of QuickBooks Online. If you ever need to, they have tutorials right here, which are great that can show you. But yeah, you just want to definitely go in and add your bank account. So here you have the checking, the savings, and a MasterCard. So you can do credit cards as well, which make it super easy for you to go in. Then inside your chart of accounts, so just wanted to show you the credit card real quick. So you have checking, saving, and then you can always scroll down. Right here's your credit card that would be linked as well. So you go in. QuickBooks works with a lot of banks. You'll just want to go in, make sure that your bank is one that can link. And then all you have to do each day is go in, update this, and that's going to pull in your banking feed for you so you don't have to type it. So really what all you're going to need to do is go in and make sure you're categorizing everything correctly. So you'll definitely want to make sure that you have someone if you're not an accountant or a CPA, make sure you have someone that can go in and look at your books and make sure everything's done correctly. So right here is going to show your bank balance and then also your balance in QuickBooks. So there's times where these are off. And so we want to make sure that we're doing everything correctly so everything looks good once we categorize everything. So right now, when it's in for review, it's not showing up in your bank register yet until you come in and you add that transaction. And then once they're added, they're gonna go into this categorized. There's times where you might have a duplicate where you can go in and exclude those transactions as well. So once you see the date, description, payee, you can come in on these and you can say, hey, it wasn't uncategorized. This is where the categorization is super important. You want to make sure you're booking it to the right category so that when you go and you pull a report, it's going to show services instead of uncategorized. So usually you'll click this down and then you'll see deposit, then your vendor or customer. Vendors if you're paying a bill, customers if you're receiving payment. You'll type in that so you can always go in and add here, type in the account. You have a memo, so you can always put 50% deposit, anything that will help you remember what that transaction was. And then all you have to do is click the add button. And so QuickBooks will get pretty good where when you start adding things, it'll start to kind of learn where you're categorizing things. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but it does help with the time saving. And then once you added them here, then you can go to your register. Then they'll show up in your register. And then once it's in your register, then you can come over to your reports. And QuickBooks is going to start to make profit and loss, balance sheet, these reports for you so you can see how your money is being categorized. So inside here, you can come to the dates. You can say, I will sometimes just say all dates, but you can say, I just want to see, this year to date. So it's going to show January 1 to 12/1. And then you can display by months. We'll do total only. You do cash here, click run report. And then this is going to be your profit and loss statement. So what a profit and loss statement is, in all simplicity, is it's going to show you income. So that's money coming into your bank account. And then you have cost of goods sold and expenses. This is money going out of your bank account. And then the net of those two numbers is your net income, which is your bottom line number. So in accounting, a lot of times you'll hear us talk about top line and bottom line. So top line, you brought in 10,000. Bottom line is after all expenses, you have 1,642 in profit. And the reason why this is important to know is because this is the amount of money that you're going to be taxed on. Okay. And then the other report that we have is called a balance sheet. The balance sheet is going to show all your assets, which is your bank accounts, which is most important for simplicity. Shows your liabilities. So this would be any money that you owe to other people. And then your equity section, which is just the net of your assets minus your liabilities, gets you your equity. Okay. And so you need to make sure that at month end, when you go in and you reconcile your bank accounts, that this number ties out to your monthly bank statements. And so that's why using the bank transactions, using your register, and your reports all tie together. So just want to keep this video short on that little sample right there. But just know that when you start doing these things, it will start to make it to where you can get super accurate data, so you always know where your numbers are at, and helps you know the health of your company. So the other thing that I like to do, I can't remember if I told you guys this, is just make sure that once I link my bank account to my QuickBooks, that it has these arrows right here. This shows that it means that it's actually linked. So you can always go in and add and type in and not have them linked, but you want to make sure you just link it for that time saving feature. And so once you start get going on QuickBooks, it's a pretty sweet system once you really dig in and learn how to use it. So hopefully this video helps you guys, and then we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks.